कर्म होते हैं, निज जाति नहीं होती।
बौखलाए हुए चूहों की तरह दौड़ रहे हैं
और जनता का कुछ लेना देना नहीं। उस नेता को जनता की बात सुनने की कोई जरूरत नहीं होती।
It's been the most controversial elections in Indian history.
वो कहता है, जनता को कहता है कि मैं ये कर दूंगा।
प्रधानमंत्री जब G20 समिट से लौट के आ रहे थे तो उन्होंने तो घोषित कर दिया था कि वो अब किसके अंडर में काम करना चाहते हैं। शाहजादे उनके बॉस हैं नए, ये उन्होंने घोषित कर दिया था और उन्होंने कह दिया था कि वो शाहजादे के अंडर में काम करेंगे। लेकिन मैं यूपीए के साथी दलों के दिग्गजों से पूछना चाहता हूं, आप देश को बताओ, आप संविधान के अनुसार चलना चाहते हो कि शाहजादे की इच्छा पर चलना चाहते हो?
और ये बहुत बड़ा इंडिया शाइनिंग का गुब्बारा गया ऊपर, और जितनी आवाज वो पिछले गुब्बारे के फटने की आई थी ना, उससे 3 गुना आवाज इसकी आएगी जब ये फटेगा धड़ाम से।
जो लोग नरेंद्र मोदी को रोकना चाहते हैं वो पाकिस्तान देख रहे हैं।
Long drawn, vitriolic, with many twists and turns that threw up the most historic mandate in Indian history.
आज हम घर से गए थे, वहां जाकर देश भर में बम जमा।
Over the next 1 hour, Times Now takes you through the highlights that made and broke the fortunes of the country's biggest political parties and their leadership.
आज मैंने गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी को चुनाव अभियान समिति का चेयरमैन घोषित किया है।
A controversial leader constantly attacked by the Congress Party and others over 2002. A regional strongman who couldn't be stopped. With a 3-term chief minister label attached, he stormed into the BJP core group, and no amount of opposition could stop Narendra Modi's first step from Gandhinagar to New Delhi.
I want you to tell me, right here, right now,
We have
firmly,
told you.
will you accept Narendra Modi in a role beyond this, in a role in the NDA or as the leader of a coalition government in a leadership role? What is your firm position on it? Has that
Our
changed?
firm position,
Tell
which
me.
we have repeated time and
Yes
again.
or no? Acceptable or not acceptable?
Not acceptable.
Not acceptable.
Not acceptable as the prime ministerial candidate.
Not
Anything
accept-
else, we are not bothered.
Siddharth Singh, respond.
As simple as that.
Siddharth Nath Singh, you heard that. That's quite clear.
And there's nothing new about it. We have said this time and again, so many times, 100 times, maybe more.
Siddharth Nath Singh.
Arnab, we'll cross the bridge when it comes.
Oh, come on.
But at the stage,
This is a bridge. He has to cross
hear
it
me.
now.
Hey, you know, you will.
Siddharth
you
Nath
don't
Singh, there's a
want
very
to
senior
answer, and
JDU
when
leader sitting next to me who's made it explicit on the panel. That's what Arnab asked me first. And I said to him the same thing which Mr. Thakur has stated, that Mr. Modi is very unlikely to get you and members in the NDA. You have to respond to that. I mean, it's a very open question. Actually, it's an open and shut case.
Mr. Goswami.
No, that's Mr. Shah.
Mr. Goswami, I have strategized my campaign as BJP. When I say I, is a BJP. And in this national executive, we have strategized to maximize our seats under a campaign in charge who could not be better than Narendra Modi. And this decision comes from the cadre and the public at large.
But the feeling is
And-
no. But
and
the
hear
feeling
me
is
out, hear me out,
no. The feeling
hear me
is
out. When that situation comes, what we need to do with the NDA, who should be the Prime Minister,
So this-
we are going to think about
this
it
Bonomi-
when the time comes.
So this
Not before that,
No, no.
but let and at this
Sankarshan,
stage,
Sankarshan,
my request to my colleague from the JDU,
Directly,
is do not fall in Mr. Arnab Goswami's trap.
What?
Because that may help
My
him
trap?
for a debating point.
My
but
trap?
Don't fall in that trap.
I'm setting a trap.
And that is to defeat.
You are
And that
creating
is to
alliances
defeat
for the
Congress only. That's all.
Many questions were raised on why Amit Shah was named the Uttar Pradesh campaign chief. After all, he was a controversial leader and unfamiliar with the game-changer state. But nobody, not even the BJP, expected what would eventually be the biggest surprise of 2014. He surely was the man of the match this election.
आज जो लिस्ट आई है उसके बारे में दो शब्द।
नहीं, कुछ नहीं, लिस्ट जारी हो चुकी है।
तो उसमें अमित शाह जी को उत्तर प्रदेश का इंचार्ज बनाया गया।
क्यों नहीं करना चाहिए था?
नहीं, क्या उसके पीछे रीजन क्या है?
रीजन क्या, कहीं कोई रीजन नहीं होता। हमारे जो महामंत्री हैं उनमें से एक वरिष्ठ मंत्री हैं और एक सफल राज्य के वह मंत्री रह चुके हैं, तो उनको बनाना कोई अपराध तो है नहीं।
With the BJP putting its faith on one man, it was expected that the Congress too would zero down on the Gandhi sign as its prime ministerial nominee. But in January this year, they didn't go the extra mile. And Rahul Gandhi chose to only be the campaign chief.
प्रधानमंत्री जी, 9 सिलेंडर से बात नहीं बन रही है। प्रधानमंत्री जी, 12 सिलेंडर चाहिए हमें 12 सिलेंडर चाहिए, कांग्रेस पार्टी को 12 सिलेंडर चाहिए, हिंदुस्तान की महिलाओं को 12 सिलेंडर चाहिए।
You know, why did Rahul Gandhi not talk for the last 1 year? This has been pinching the people, of the common man, for 1 year. For 1 year he does not speak on a burning issue and he declares it now. Why should we think he is being sincere? Isn't he just being opportunist?
Okay, can I answer?
Yeah.
Let me take your last point first, because I think it's a very important issue to show that this is not form but all content. The fact is that Rahul ji has not waited for 1 year. If you remember, Arnab, very, very recently, the price of gas cylinders was unsubsidized gas cylinders was raised by as much as 220 rupees. And at that point of time, he met many women who then represented to him that this was an unbearable burden upon the women of the country and that the government must do something about it. And that is the reason why he's reacted immediately.
My understanding is the cylinder cap has been there for a year. It has taken Rahul Gandhi 1 year to demand an increase in the cap. This comes right before the elections. It comes right after you get smashed 4-0 in a state election. So it will be seen cynically. We can agree to disagree. But taking you on is Ravi Shankar Prasad. Ravi Shankar Prasad, you heard the explanation from Jayanti Natarajan. She's saying it's not populist. She says the subsidy, the price after the effective recent increase became unbearable 2 weeks back, and Rahul Gandhi reacted immediately. Do you buy that?
Or now, let me accept my good friend Jayanti's assumption that what Rahul Gandhi did, he did it rightly. It confirms our view that Rahul Gandhi's word is law in the party and the government.
चुनाव के अंदर बीजेपी को सबक सिखाएंगे। आज उन्होंने गंगा की आरती के ऊपर भी राजनीति की दोस्तों। लोकपाल जिले तो आज हमारी सरकार इस्तीफा देती है। आज हमारी सरकार इस्तीफा देती है।
It's probably the worst decision the Aam Aadmi Party could have taken ahead of the elections of 2014. Many were taken aback by Arvind Kejriwal's move to resign as the Delhi Chief Minister. Analysts predicted it would boomerang, and it eventually did.
Why make these promises?
Promises.
You
if
fool.
Today you say we couldn't do it.
No, we were hoping.
Government, then why make
we
the
were hoping.
Why fool the people?
No. If
No, Kamal Mitra Chenoy, please
if the
don't.
Congress supported us, we could have done it.
What are you doing? Till rehabilitation is done, no slums will be demolished. We will improve your living conditions. You will have water, sewerage lines, proper waste management. There will be special courts that will be set up in Delhi. People will not be on contract labor. All unauthorized colonies will be regularized. There will be new teams which will be formed for the safety of women. What happened to all that? Suddenly you go on a technicality and you bail out and you expect people not to ask these questions. Kamal Mitra Chanoy, come on. Arvind Kejriwal said, I want to work with a missionary zeal. He said, I want to work with a missionary zeal, but that does not mean, that I am destructive in my approach to governance. He said, I will work in a constructive and not a destructive way. I will take the people of Delhi along. My question to you is, did he take the people of Delhi along when he ejected himself out of that chair today? When he ejected himself, people were looking not just in Delhi, Kamal Mitra Chanoy. People were looking all over India.
Coming up, the most talked about interview of elections 2014.
Were congressmen involved?
Did innocent people die? Absolutely.
Were congressmen involved?
Some congressmen probably were involved.